Hey guys, so I had a question yesterday about what I thought about all metal versus Dynaglass. And so, to be completely honest, I don't know that much about all metal. I've used fiberglass here and there over welds and things like that. It's supposed to get down in any pinholes and seal it and all that kind of stuff. Well, as you guys know, I used the all metal on my cell panels, and so to be honest, I couldn't really answer the question other than what I had thought, and I made a video on it before about the different expansion rates of metal and versus fiberglass and being on that cell panel where it was and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do today is a little test just for me, and throw rocks at it. Tell me what I could have done wrong, or what I did wrong, what I could have done better, different, or whatever. But what I'm going to do is this panel here I showed you guys the other day. I cleaned it up a little bit. I'm going to 50 grit this with the DA, and this is that seam I was talking about. I welded this with my torch, but it's a piece of metal. It's pretty much the same as the sheet metal. And so I'm going to spread some all metal on that, and I'm going to let it cure up for a few hours, and then I'm going to get my torch out and I'm going to heat it up. From what I can see on the internet, about the hottest cars are going to get is 165 degrees on a super hot day, like Arizona type stuff. So I'm going to heat that metal up to 165 degrees and see what happens. I'm going to see what kind of warpage it gets and how, you know, what the all metal does. Watched a video, Pete from SWR&C pretty much bashed the hell out of all metal. And so I'm at the point right now where if I find out that the all metal is not good, it's not too late to take it out. I can just grind it right back out of that seam. I haven't even put it on the other seam yet. But I have multiple people on forums that have been using it for 20 plus years. It's been around forever. That love it. It says fantastic. Never had any issues with it. So, and you guys know Pete's been doing this for 30 some years. So, you know, I also have to take note when he says the stuff is absolute crap. So basically that's what I'm going to do today, is test this for myself, see what I think, and you know, try my ass off to make it fail. Because ultimately, if it goes bad, I was considering doing the Eastwood's lead-free solder. If this doesn't work, then I'll go that route. But so for right now, that's basically where I'm at, what I'm going to do, and I'll bring you guys back when I start testing this. See ya. All right, guys. So here's what I've done, just to make this a little more realistic. I took that same piece of metal that I had and you can see in here, that's where I seamed it together. So this is basically going to simulate this area right here. Okay, basically that's what I'm after. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and I've already cleaned this up with 50 grit. You can see it's shiny and pretty and all that. So basically I did this with a vise and a couple of pieces of iron, if anybody's wondering how I did this. You can get away with not having a brake, and you know, you just do what you got to do with what you got, and it, you know, works perfect. You just have to have a little bit of imagination. But anyway, so yeah, my seam's right here. You can see where it's been welded. There's the backside again. So I'm gonna run me some, and I probably won't run a lot. I probably just run some in the middle and smear it out in the middle. I won't come all the way to the edges because this stuff is not exactly cheap, and well, there you go, 36 bucks for this quart can. So I hate wasting product, but in this case, I don't feel it's a waste, because if I can somehow get this to fail, then it'll save me and the other guy a lot of time and money. So it'll be worth every penny that I, every bit of the $3 or $4 or $5 of stuff that I use on this to get this little test going. So anyway, I'll smear this down in there and then overlap it like I'm going to do up there, and then let that cure out. I may look at the can, see how long it takes to cure. Maybe 24 hours, so I may have to come back tomorrow. But regardless, we'll run the test on it. So, all right, I'll bring you guys back. All right, we'll try again. The camera just jacked up again. So I'm trying to get this real hot. I don't know if I said this, but this stuff's hard as a rock. Sit it out in the sun all day long. So now I'm trying to heat it like, say, the sun was baking down on it on a super hot day. Right now it's about 140 degrees. Under 98 degrees. All right. See what I've got laying around here. I'm going to let that kind of cool down a little bit before I start beating on it. Probably need a glove. Well, I said I would. I'm going to go ahead and beat on it anyway. I don't want to touch this too hot. Putting dents in it, but there's no cracks. I think it's putting dents in it because I heated it up so damn hot. I'm gonna let it cool off where it'll harden up real good again, and then I'll bring you back and we'll beat the shit out of it. See how good this stuff holds up. I'll take a sledgehammer to it and just kind of do what I did on that OSFO epoxy SPI torture test thing I did. We'll do the same thing to this, kind of get an idea where its quitting point is. So I'm gonna let that cool for about 5 minutes or so, and I'll bring you back. See ya. All right, guys, she's cooled down to about 85 degrees, so let's start beating the hell out of it and see what happens. So first off, I'm just gonna tap on it. I'm using the sharper point of the hammer. There we go. There it is. And that was 50 gritted down. So now I'm curious to, I may rip all this off and smear some fiberglass in there, some short strand fiberglass, and see what happens then. And it does, hopefully that one in the right spot, but it does flex. So it's not, I mean, yeah, that was about it. So there you go. So my question is regular filler, fiberglass, any of the other stuff, does it react the same way when you beat on it with a hammer? Because obviously heat and expansion is not causing an issue. That broke off really clean. So, I mean, that's almost as clean as it was. It's almost like it didn't really adhere very well to that metal. So, all right, well, that's it for my test. I'm gonna yeah, I'm not digging that. I'm not digging that at all. Of course, I mean, most people don't sit and beat their cars with a hammer. But I think I'm gonna do some extra testing. May give me some fiberglass out and smear this with fiberglass and see how it reacts. Well, we'll try fiberglass, see how it reacts. If it does something similar, then I'll know that this is not really any better than fiberglass, or fiberglass not really any better than this. But if it holds up better, then we'll know it is. And I don't know, there you go. Alright guys, that's it for right now. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna clean this up. I'll 50 grit this down again, and I'll smear some fiberglass on it. So there you go. Thanks for watching, guys.